everyone, welcome to Botany Insider, and in this lecture I would be sharing the complete list of all the techniques that have been mentioned in the unit 13 along with their most important applications. So this video will be helpful for you in order to have all the applications and the techniques at one place so that you could revise it very easily and you need not to go anywhere else for finding out the applications and the most important techniques. So let's start the lecture. So talking about the first technique that have been mentioned in the unit is about the cloning vector, and the most important application of it is in the foreign gene transfer. Then we have neomycin resistance and the TK gene. So it is mainly used in the gene knockout and knock-in. Talking about PCR, that is polymerase chain reaction, it is mainly used or it is mainly applied for the protein and the DNA amplification technique. Then we have RACE, which is mainly used for analyzing the 5' and the 3' ends of the complementary DNAs and the mRNA. Then we have three molecular important markers. First one is the RFLP, which is of codominant nature, and it is mainly applied or it is mainly used for the parental and the criminal analysis. Then we have RAPD, that is of dominant nature, which is mainly used for the evolutionary studies. Then we have AFLP, which is mainly used for the parental and the pedigree analysis. Make sure you remember about the three molecular markers, about which one of them is codominant, which one of them is dominant, and their important applications, because they have been often repeated in one form or the other. Let's move forward. The next technique is about the hybridoma technology, which is mainly used for the monoclonal antibody production analysis. Then we have RIA and ELISA. Both of them are used for the quantitative and the qualitative analysis of protein. Then we have flow cytometry, which is mainly used for the cell morphology and its function analysis. Then we have FACS, which is used for the cell sorting depending upon their size, means we can sort out the different type of cells depending upon their size, and also the apoptotic cells could be screened out. And what are apoptotic cells? So in simple words, we could say that apoptotic cells are those cells which have a mark or which have a signal for being killed or being discarded from the cell or the cellular machinery. Talking about the various types of blotting, so we have mainly four types of blotting. First one is the southern, then we have northern, western and the eastern. Each one of them have different applications. Talking about the southern blotting, so it is mainly used for the DNA analysis. Then we have northern blotting, which is mainly used for the transcript mRNA analysis. Then we have western blotting, which is mainly used for the protein analysis. And the last one is the eastern blotting, which is mainly used for the post-translational modifications. The next technique that have been mentioned in the unit is about the DNA microarray, which is mainly used for the analysis of the many genes expressions. Then we have FISH, which is mainly used for the in vivo DNA and the gene expression analysis. Then we have FRET, which is mainly used for the protein-protein interaction and the nucleotide annealing. Talking about the phage display, which is mainly used for the protein-protein analysis or the protein-protein interaction. So we can say both the FRET and the phage display are used for or are applied for analysis of the same protein-protein interaction. Then we have surface plasmon resonance, which is mainly used for the interaction or which is mainly used for the analysis of the interactions of the biomolecules. Talking about the spectroscopy, so we have CD UVS spectroscopy, that is UV rays visible spectroscopy, which is mainly used for the concentration determination. Then we have three techniques that are mainly used for analyzing the protein structure. The first one is the CD, that is circular dichromism, which is mainly used for the determination of the secondary structure. Then we have NMR, which is mainly used for the protein tertiary structure determination. Then we have X-ray, which is also used for the protein tertiary structure determination, and also in addition it also helps to analyze, or it also helps in the DNA structure determination. Make sure you remember about that which one is used for which determination. That is CD is used for the secondary structure determination. You can remember it by the number of the alphabet it have. That is CD have 2 alphabets, so it is used in the secondary structure determination, and NMR have 3 letters, so it is used for the tertiary structure determination. So this is the mnemonics that you can use for the same. Then we have agarose gel electrophoresis, which is used for the DNA molecular weight determination. Then we have transcriptome analysis technique, which is mainly used for the DNA molecular weight determination. Mass spectrometry is used for the application, or mass spectrometry is used for the analysis of the mass of the biomolecules. IR spectrometry, that is infrared spectrometry, is mainly used for the identification of the functional groups. That is, it is mainly used for analyzing, or it is mainly used for identifying that which functional group is present in a particular biomolecule that we are given for the analysis. Then we have fluorescence spectrometry, which is used for the organic group determination. Talking about the yeast 2 hybrid assay, it is mainly used for the protein-protein interaction along with the FRET, FRET, and the phage display, which are also used for the protein-protein interactions. Let's move forward and understand about the various microscopies. So the first one is the light microscopy, which is used for the 2D image of the cells and the larger organelles. The confocal microscopy is mainly used for the 3D image of the cells and the tissues. Phage contrast microscopy is mainly used for analyzing the living natural cells. Then we have SEM and TEM. So SEM refers to the scanning electron microscopy, which is mainly used for the analysis of the surface view of the cells. And then we have TEM, that is transmission electron microscopy, which is used to analyze the internal view of the cells and the organelles that we are focusing upon. So talking about the chromatography, so the chromatography is used for the protein and the RNA purification, and the one subtype of it is affinity chromatography, which is mainly used for the mRNA purifications. So this was all about all the techniques and their important applications in detail. Make sure you remember about each one of them in detail. There are about 30 plus techniques and their important applications that I have mentioned, that I have discussed in this video. So I hope this complete list would be helpful for you in the examination. For a better understanding, let us just try to solve this question which have been asked in the CSIR UGC NET in December 2019. So the question says that on the left hand side we have the column A, which shows the 4 types of techniques, and in the column B it shows the various types of its application. One point to remember is that you need not to have the knowledge of each and every technique that have been given, because it is not possible for us to remember each and everything. But even if you remember a few of them, you can easily fetch out marks from this particular question. So as according to the list that we have discussed, we know that RACA is mainly used for determining the ends of the mRNA. As you can see that we have just discussed that RACE is mainly used for the 5' and the 3' ends analysis of the cDNA and the mRNA. And the same have been put up in the question, that RACE used for determining the ends of the mRNA. That is, A matches with the third option. So if we analyze the options that are given in the question, we can see that A matches with the third option only in one particular option. So even without knowing the answers to all the other 3, we can easily find out the answer for this particular question. As you can see that we know that RACE is used for determining the ends of the mRNA, and you got the answer. So you can see that it is very easy to solve these match the following type questions by just knowing even a bit of knowledge about the same. So talking about the second technique that is given, which is southern western blotting. So it is mainly used for the DNA and the protein interaction. Then we have recursive PCR, which is used for the construction of the synthetic DNAs, and the TACMAN is used for the FAM. So with this we have the option 2 as the correct answer. This we are done with the complete list of all the techniques that have been mentioned in the unit 13 and its application. I have been getting many requests about from where to do the techniques and its application. So for making your work easy, I tried to compile all the techniques and its important application in one particular video. Hope you found this video helpful, and if yes, please do let me know in the comment sections. So thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please do like, share it with your friends, and please subscribe to my channel. And also I'll be coming up very soon with more informative videos for you all. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.